Hello and welcome to Chiefs TV. I'm Jacob Lazar, joined by Cole Waldy. Now Cole was an upset for the ages in round one against the Valley West Hawks. The first 8 seed to ever knock off a 1 seed. What's next for the Chiefs as they head up to Prince George to take on the 2nd seeded Caribou Cougars?
Yeah, obviously they won the first round, an awesome weekend obviously for the Chiefs to make history, but they really haven't done anything yet. They got another opponent in the Caribou Cougars and a really intriguing matchup. I think the Chiefs match up really well with them from top to bottom and should be one hell of a series that I think is going to go to 3 games.
Now a couple of your keys that you've touched on already here. One of them is goaltending. You want to elaborate as far as what you think the matchup is going to look like?
Well, Michael Harrock played amazing hockey for all 3 games of the Chiefs. Were able to get out winning the series. And Marcus Allen, the goaltender for the Caribou Cougars, was not that busy against the Thompson Blazers. Thompson had, I think it was 14 shots in game 1. Thompson started to turn it up in the 3rd period of game 2 where Marcus Allen had to be big and make saves for the Caribou Cougars. So I guess moving forward for Marcus, that's good for him. Coming into a series against a Chiefs team that's going to be really ready to go. Michael Harrock, again, he's been busy for 3 games. Expect more of the same from him this weekend because he loves the big game, he loves the big stage, and he's going to be ready to go this weekend.
With Michael Harrock, one thing I've noticed is he's really found the line between being aggressive and being too aggressive. And you've seen him come out and really challenge some shooters, and he's had a lot of success. Earlier in the year, he was over-committing, he was over-pushing, he was using too much of his strength, and he's a very powerful young goaltender. And I think he's found the balance now, and he's had a whole lot of success since that. Now, the second key that you brought up was coaching. Obviously, a new head coach here for the Caribou Cougars, who has had some time on that bench already. What do you want to see out of Tyler Brough in order for his team to have some success this weekend?
Well, I know Tyler Brough, he's an emotional guy, a really good coach for the Caribou Cougars. He loves that northern style. He's going to want his guys to, set the tone and set the pace early. The Cougars are going to be physical in the first 10 minutes. They've always stressed that. When I cover them, that's what they love to do. They were a hard-hitting team. They're going to do that in the first 10 minutes, and then they're going to try and, narrow it down and be, smart with their skill and their speed and try to, outwork the Northeast Chiefs. So I think with Tyler Brough, that's what he wants to see more is the physical at the start, and then that's going to lead into their speed and skill down the road.
Now for the Chiefs, Jamie Jackson has had a lot of success here, and as well as his coaching staff. What do they have to do to not only counter the physicality and speed of the Caribou Cougars, but try and push the play back towards them and shift the pressure onto the home side?
Absolutely. I mean, in the first 10 minutes for the Northeast Chiefs, they've got to contain the Caribou Cougars. And then after the first 10 minutes, I think the Northeast Chiefs will be in a good spot if they don't allow the Cougars to get many chances. So Jamie Jackson's going to put a phenomenal game plan in place. I think we all know that. A really smart guy. He has a championship in this league with him and Jeff Urquhart. So Jamie's going to put a good plan in place, and let's see what happens this weekend.
Now, are there any players that really stood out for you for the Chiefs in round 1? And second part to that question, is there any other players that you want to see, not necessarily step up, but that you could see being an impact player in round 2?
The 2 players I really liked from the first round was Ryan Suzukovic. I thought he played a really good 2-way game. He was good on the power play, effective, seems to be in the right spot at the right time, and got a goal to reward him in that series. And Cody Huff as well. I thought he played a phenomenal series for the entire 3 games, 2 goals in the first round. So those are the 2 players that I thought played really well. 2 players I want to see maybe improve this series is going to be Logan Kirky and Ji-Won Kim. For Logan Kirky, he's so effective on the power play. I feel like every time he gets the puck, it's got a good chance of going in, especially on the man advantage. Ji-Won Kim as well on the power play. He's got a wicked one-time shot. He has a great shot, a great release. Let's look for them to, be big-time goal scorers this weekend against the Caribou Cougars.
I want to look at the back end, and I thought Jackson Murphy-Johnson was phenomenal in the first round. All year, he's progressed, and I thought he's gotten to the point now where he is a relied-upon guy in his own zone. Obviously, he scored a big game-winning goal in Game 1, and he's not really known for his offense, but I like the way he balances his physical play and his defensive responsibility, which he's definitely improved on. So I'm going to look at him to continue growing into round 2. And Zach Abinante is another one. I thought he had a very good series. He had some big blocks. He was a big part of the penalty kill, which was one of the reasons the Chiefs took that series from the Valley West Hawks. They were able to kill penalties effectively against a very good power play from the Hawks. And I'm going to look at guys like Murphy-Johnson and Abinante to keep that going against the Caribou Cougars.
Yeah, I mean, with Jackson Murphy-Johnson, I feel like he's the unsung hero on this Northeast Chiefs team. He's so physical, loves to throw his body around, and he's starting to find his offensive stride now at the most perfect time of the season. So, and as well as Zach, I mean, he had a goal in the last, I believe it was the third last game of the season. He's gotten some power play time as well. So those are two guys that have, really stepped their game up here in the second half and as well into the playoffs.
For Cole Waldy and myself, Jacob Bazar, thank you for tuning in. Be sure to catch all this weekend's action live on playfullscreen.com or follow along on Twitter at NEChiefs_MML.